Coming up on the Monday edition of Carolina Week. 1,000 executions in the U.S. since 1976. We'll tell you what people on both sides are saying about this national issue.
What's it like to be 20 years older than anyone else in your class? We'll look at special challenges older students face.
Did you sleep through Saturday's early game against 10th-ranked Kentucky? Don't worry, we have all the highlights from Carolina's huge upset.
Plus, is there more winter weather in the forecast? Aaron Wallace is here with the answer.
All that more, Carolina Week starts right now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, this is Carolina Week.
Good evening and welcome to the December 5th edition of Carolina Week. I'm Shaheen Sayal.
And I'm Philip Jones. North Carolina is still in the international spotlight days after a historic execution. I was at Central Prison in Raleigh Friday morning when Kenneth Lee Boyd was put to death.
Boyd entered the execution chamber at 1:50 a.m. Warden Marvin Polk pronounced Boyd dead at 2:15 a.m.
With those words, Kenneth Lee Boyd officially became the 1,000th inmate executed in the United States since the death penalty was reinstated in 1976. It's a fate some say he deserved.
Tonight, justice has been served with Mr. Kenneth Boyd.
But not everyone agrees with the sheriff of Rockingham County, where Boyd murdered his wife and father-in-law in 1988.
This 1,000th execution is a milestone. It's a milestone we should all be ashamed of. And hopefully one day we will learn that meeting violence with violence is not the answer.
Stan Morse has been coming out to Central Prison for years. He built a gallows to commemorate the 1,000th execution and to protest what happened Friday morning.
These people sit on death row for 10 or 15 years with maybe we'll kill you, maybe we won't. We're going to kill you, we're not going to kill you. That is sheer torture, and it makes it even more barbaric than when we use the noose.
More than 150 others joined Morse to protest the milestone execution, but not all stayed until Boyd was killed. Police arrested 16 protesters for trespassing on state property when they knelt in the prison's driveway. Those that did stay until the wee hours of Friday morning say Boyd and the 999 before him shouldn't have died.
You know, we also believe in the possibility of rehabilitation. That doesn't mean that, you know, someone isn't held accountable, but, you know, extinguishing that person's life is not the answer.
Boyd is the 39th inmate executed in North Carolina since the death penalty was reinstated nearly 30 years ago, tying it with Georgia for the sixth most in that time span. Only Texas, Virginia, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Florida have executed more prisoners. Before he made history, Boyd said he was sorry.
I blame me. I blame Kenneth Boyd. I've done that. I mean, you know, I don't put no fault on these people. Nothing. It's just real. It's real hard. I mean, you know, I really feel bad about it. Really.
Last week, Boyd said he hoped to avoid becoming known as a number. Even so, he's the third inmate executed in North Carolina in the past month, and Raleigh Central Prison is scheduled to hold the nation's 1,011th execution in January.
A new online campus directory is up and running. ITS launched the retooled directory sometime last week, but some are confused by the new search fields. Users can now browse listings by department, onion, or PID. Once you get the hang of it, you can update your own information from the site, as well as to keep your information private. Public online listings will automatically transfer to the printed campus directory. Well, it's the last week of classes and end of semester stress is setting in with final papers due. The good news, there's help available. The UNC Writing Center provides services such as proofreading and editing papers. You can make reservations online and request specific tutors. If there are no spots available, don't worry. You can submit your paper online for proofreading. The website also forecasts when you can expect your paper back. Writing Center Director Kimberly Abel says there are other useful resources on campus.
A place that someone might try would be upstairs at the Learning Center. They have walk-in and appointments there, and they'll help you with reading and test taking and all kinds of other services.
The Writing Center also provides more than 70 writing tip sheets that are available 24/7.
Well, with exams right around the corner, coffee shops like the Daily Grind are seeing an increase in sales. But is coffee a good idea to help you prepare for exams? A study done at Hoag Memorial Hospital in Chicago suggests that it will. The study says a cup of coffee significantly boosts short-term memory and other brain functions beyond the expected level. But while studying, keep in mind that the effects of coffee kick in about 20 minutes after drinking it and last only about 45 minutes. So enjoy every drop of your coffee, because every drop might help. Well, we all know it takes a lot of energy to be a college student, especially during exams. Reporter Tara Higgerson joins us from the Freedom Forum to tell us why extra energy is really important to a certain group of students. Tara?
Phil, imagine coming back to college as an undergraduate student after spending years away from classes. Now it's exam time, yet another part of college life some older students have to readjust to.
3, 2, ready music, fade in, take music.
Michael Abramowitz hasn't celebrated his birthday in 30 years.
I have never paid attention to my age. I've just gone about living my life and having a good time and trying to be a part of this world.
Now he's an undergraduate journalism major surrounded by 18 to 21-year-olds every day. So he's always aware of how old he is compared to them.
I don't think that students see me as a peer, although I actually am in many regards.
Students older than 21 who enroll as undergraduates at Carolina are considered non-traditional students. Abramowitz is one of nearly 330 non-traditional students enrolled this year, which accounts for only about 9% of Carolina's new students. Assistant Director of Admissions Jared Rosenberg says these students are almost always transfers.
There are reasons for not attending college right after high school may have been because they weren't adequately prepared or they didn't have a competitive high school record, especially for a competitive school like Carolina. So what a lot of students will do is go to another university or community college, spend 2 years there, and then apply to us as a transfer student. With good, solid college work under their belt, it's a lot easier to be admitted to Carolina at that point.
Crystal Street is also a non-traditional student. She attended Radford University in Virginia, but says she wanted to take some time off to travel and work as a photojournalist.
School was it wasn't the first thing that I did, it was just part of what I did. Whereas now, school is the reason I'm here.
Street says college and freelance photography work leave her little time for the things she enjoys, like playing with her dog, Ladybug. She and Abramowitz say they're still adjusting to life as college students, though being an older student can be lonely.
It's still an ongoing process. I'm starting to get into a rhythm now where it's just work and school.
Carolina boasts about diversity among students on campus. Abramowitz and Street say they have a lot to offer.
You can never overestimate the advantage of having life experience and bringing that to a classroom situation.
Both students say their age has enhanced their education, allowing them to share their life experiences with younger students and helping them appreciate their time at Carolina. Phil, the university has a transfer student association, but as of right now, the association doesn't have a specific program to help non-traditional students.
Tara Higgerson reporting from the Freedom Forum. Thanks, Tara.
Well, Christmas is less than 3 weeks away, and you know what that means.
That means the sale of Christmas trees is in full swing. We'll tell you how homegrown Christmas trees affect the local economy coming up.
Throughout my career as a coach, I've lived by the simple axiom that behind every individual success story is a team. The success of Durham Public Schools does not depend on one of us, but all of us. Through community involvement and support, we can take a giant step in helping our children achieve their hopes and dreams. You're going to walk with me, and I will help you to be that great soccer player.
Can I take your order, please?
Yeah. Hi, could I get a number 2 with a lemonade, please?
Could you make that a number 5 and make it a chocolate shake?
Number 5 with a chocolate shake.
What are you doing?
I'm ordering for you.
No, actually, I'd like a number 2
with a chocolate shake.
With a lemonade, actually. Sir, could you please stop that?
I just wanted to order a number 5 with a chocolate shake.
I'd really like you
All
to
right,
stop
lady.
I'd like you to stop it.
No.
During the height of the gift-giving season, watch groups are warning consumers about toys that can harm. Potentially unsafe toys include this oversized fist that can cause blunt impact injuries, stuffed animals with long hairs that can choke a sleeping child, and projectiles that can cause eye injuries. Watch groups also warn against toys that promote violence, but remind that responsibility is ultimately left to the parent. The groups warn parents to carefully inspect toy packages because even seemingly harmless toys can be dangerous. Here are some things to keep in mind while you are shopping for toys or other holiday gifts. Park in well-lit areas. Don't leave anything in plain view inside your car. Shop with a friend. Have your keys in your hand when you leave the store. And don't be so burdened with shopping bags that you can't defend yourself or get into your car quickly. For more tips about holiday shopping safety, visit our website at carolinaweek.org.
Well, once you get those presents safely home, you'll want to put them under a nice tree.
But what many people don't know is that North Carolina's economy wouldn't be the same without Christmas trees. Caitlin Kleinert reports.
There are many ways to support your local economy, and buying a Christmas tree this year can be one of them. Here at Jordan Lake Christmas Tree Farm, families can rest assured their trees are grown in the state.
North Carolina is home to more than 1,500 Christmas tree growers. Byron May, owner of Jordan Lake Christmas Tree Farm in Chatham County, is one of them. He says that trees grown in North Carolina probably end up all over the country.
I don't think our business, since we've been out here for 12 years, has really suffered at all because of the economy. If anything, our business has grown a little bit every year.
North Carolina grows approximately 4.5 million Christmas trees a year. The industry is ranked second in the nation behind Oregon. UNC student Jacob Elliott visited Jordan Lake Christmas Tree Farm this year.
I had no clue that the Christmas tree industry was as big as it was here. It makes me feel good about buying this Christmas tree locally, knowing that I'm supporting North Carolina economy.
In 2004, Christmas tree sales totaled more than $100 million. May says economic ups and downs don't seem to have much effect on the industry.
In the years where the economy may have been down and people are more concerned, they'll still come out and buy a Christmas tree. I think that there are certain things, certain traditions that people want to uphold, and Christmas is one of them. They want a tree.
So if buying Christmas trees is one of your traditions, you can support North Carolina's economy by getting one. But you might want to hurry. May says Christmas trees are selling fast. In Chatham County, I'm Caitlin Kleinert, Carolina Week.
This is the 9th year the White House has supported the North Carolina economy by getting the Christmas tree from our state.
The Orange County Chamber of Commerce is ready for Christmas. The chamber held its annual Christmas Candlelight Tour in Hillsborough on Sunday. The tour, held annually for the past 19 years, features private historic homes and government buildings. While some participants walked by the tour, others chose to sit back and enjoy the ride. The tour attracted a number of families, and several area musical groups were on hand to provide entertainment along the way. Well, the people in Chapel Hill and Carrboro don't want to be outdone. The annual holiday parade kicked off Saturday morning as people watched more than 80 entries make their way down Franklin Street. All kinds of groups and businesses got involved, ranging from the Orange County Girl Scouts to the Adopt a Greyhound organization. Santa Claus rode the last float as hundreds of people followed the big man in red to Carrboro Town Hall.
Like a great time, and I know I'm an especially fortunate man that I get to be in here every morning with the two of you, but especially today when the weather outside has just been nasty.
That's right, and Aaron, I'm so glad that I grabbed not only my umbrella, but my jacket this morning, because it was not only wet, but freezing.
Yes, and it stayed wet and cold all day. We did stay above freezing, but it snowed just as close as Richmond today, so I'll tell you more about that. But here in the Triangle, there are still puddles everywhere, but will this rain turn into something else by the end of the week? I'll have the answer coming up.
There's a vacation village near Orlando that's unlike any other. It's called Give Kids the World. It brings a week of joy to children with life-threatening illnesses, and it's absolutely free for their families. Call Give Kids the World or log on, and please, help give them a time to remember.
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We have ignition. We have liftoff. Join the next mission aboard the Moorhead Planetarium. For more information on Star of Bethlehem, call 549-6863.
Hi, and welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weathercaster Erin Moore here with a check of your weather headlines. After a long day of cold rain on Monday, the weather will be clearing out as we head into Tuesday, and a high pressure system will move into the area, giving us clear skies and chilly temperatures both day and night. As the next system moves into the area on Friday, we could see some more rain and a chance for some slight snow showers. It is still a long way off, but we'll keep our eye on it. So as we look at the satellite map, we see all this moisture associated with this low pressure system and cold front that has been lingering in our area for the last day and a half or so. And as this moves out of the area Monday night into Tuesday, these clear skies back in the middle of the country are going to be heading our way. So let's look at the surface map. Here's that low pressure system that's just been churning over our area and bringing us cold, wet weather. Back behind it, we've got nothing but high pressure in the rest of the country, and that's going to head our way as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Now let's look at the 4-day forecast. We see those sunny skies on Tuesday and Wednesday, but our temperatures are only going to be in the mid to upper 40s. Check out those overnight lows in the mid to lower 20s. As the sky clears out, it allows for the ground to cool very quickly, so that's why those overnight temperatures are so low. As we go to Thursday, we'll start out the day with sunny skies, but then as we head into the evening, the clouds will build in. We'll see a high of 43 and an overnight low of 21. Now here's the kicker. As we head into Thursday night, a system approaches our area, and if this precipitation gets here early enough, then when the temperatures are below freezing, we could see a chance that some of that will start out as snow showers. But with a high of 44 on Friday, it will be turning to rain, so it will not be anything that will accumulate or cause any problems for the triangle. Now, as we end the first week in December, let's take a look at those December averages. We should be at a high of 54 for this week, but our temperatures are going to be about 7 degrees below average, and our average low is 36. We'll be about 12 degrees below that, and our average precipitation is 3.09 inches. We've already had over an inch of rain today on Monday, so it looks like our drought is going to be clearing up soon.
That's good news. That's good news to
Yeah.
hear. Glad we're finally out of that drought.
Yes.
Even if that means a
We're
lot of rain.
We're still a little bit under, but we're getting there.
Good, good. Well, thanks so much, Erin.
Thank you.
Well, not only are we hearing good news about the drought, but the Tar Heels on the basketball court this weekend with an impressive win in Kentucky.
That's right, Phil. It was a great game, and I can't wait to show you guys some highlights, especially from David Noel from the game. But we'll tell you about that later. First, coming up in sports, both the men's soccer team and the volleyball team hosted NCAA tournament matches during the weekend. We'll show you how both teams fared and whether or not they're moving on to the next round.
It's great that the Salvation Army does so much for the needy during the holiday season.
But you know that isn't all the Salvation Army does. They also run Boys and Girls Clubs.
They also provide relief for those who need it after natural disasters.
And they help the homeless by providing temporary relief and shelter.
They even run summer camp for low-income children.
Need has no season. Please help the Salvation Army help others.
When Charles Bennett graduated from high school, he dreamed of returning to his old neighborhood as a teacher. But without the money for college, only half his dream came true. He's back in the old neighborhood. Please support the United Negro College Fund. Because a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome to Carolina Week Sports. I'm Heather Catlin. In a matchup of the number 1 and 2 all-time win leaders in NCAA history, Carolina, number 2 on that list, traveled to Kentucky on Saturday. The teams traded buckets through the first 10 minutes, but Danny Green's three-pointer here put Carolina up for good. The Heels stretched the lead to 12 with Tyler Hansborough's dunk going into halftime. Speaking of dunks, David Noel ate his Dunkaroos, 2 of his 15 points overall. Kentucky went on a few brief runs, but the Heels held them off each time behind Rayshon Terry's career-high 25 points. Carolina tops Kentucky 83-79 for the Heels' 4th victory of the year. On Saturday, the men's soccer team faced off against Southern Methodist in a heartbreaking NCAA quarterfinal. The Mustangs' defense came out strong, and the offense showed its presence in the 40th minute to put the Mustangs up 1-0. The Heels tried to fight back in the first half, but came up short. After the half, SMU scored for the second time. With the Heels down 2-0 and only 30 minutes to play, Blake Beach made his first career goal off this corner kick for the Heels. Just minutes later, Teddy Ogart kicked one in forced game into sudden death overtime. In the 104th minute, the Mustangs nailed one in from 30 yards out to give SMU the win, 3-2. Dax McCarty said despite the loss, his team fought hard.
Like Elmore said, it just speaks to the heart and character of this team and the leaders we have on it to show that we're not going to give up when we go down 2 goals. And we fought hard, and God had a great strike. That's it.
The Heels played an emotional match against the College of Charleston in the first round of the NCAA tournament at the Dean Smith Center Friday night. Carolina came out strong in Game 1. The Cougars quickly responded, closing the gap and then winning the game 30-28. Carolina popped back, winning the second game, but the Cougars outblocked the Tar Heels and cruised to an easy win in Game 3. Game 4 was a tight back-and-forth affair, but in the end, the Tar Heels fell to the Cougars 3-1. Despite the loss, senior Taylor Rayfield established a new NCAA record for digs. She said the loss was bittersweet.
I mean, I'm glad that I got it, but it's just really hard. I mean, it was a tough loss. I mean, so it's hard for me to look at it that, but I mean, I'm definitely excited about it.
Carolina is defined by athletic success on the basketball court, on the soccer field, the volleyball court, and beyond. Woody Durham, the voice of the Tar Heels, has been telling these success stories for 35 years. Reporter Shelley Basinger tells us how Woody's work through the years has turned him into a Tar Heel legend.
Those who knew Woody Durham as a child knew he'd have a career in public speaking.
And you know, when you get up and speak and you're that young, you know, right away, all the people in your church want to make you a minister.
Those who know Woody Durham now put him at the pulpit of Carolina athletics. Head football coach John Bunting works with Woody every week during football season. He calls Woody a legend.
Number one, he's a great friend. Number two, he's a great person, and he is the very best in my book in the business.
Although he's not on the field like Coach Bunting, Mick Mixon worked right alongside Woody for 16 years as the color announcer for Woody's play-by-play broadcasts. Even if he's playing golf, Mixon says Woody puts his whole heart into everything he does.
Let's say it's the Tar Heels versus the Yugoslavian national team on a rainy day in early November, where the Smith Center is going to be 3/4 filled, and you got all these Yugoslavian names which are hard to pronounce. Well, Woody Durham is going to broadcast this game like it was the Final Four.
Every time I start to do a game, I'm the little boy in the bedroom at home listening. And if you can make your broadcast understood by one person who's out there listening, then hopefully the whole audience will understand it.
Woody has broadcast more than 1,500 games in his almost 35-year career.
Every play that was also heard up and down the East Coast on the Tar Heel Radio Network.
And he's still going strong.
On the radio, if you listen carefully to Woody, you can tell he's a competitive son of a gun. You can tell that he played a sport.
And it's not just these Carolina fans. Woody's son Wes says he's his dad's biggest supporter. Wes is the play-by-play announcer at Georgia Tech and has announced with Woody before. Wes says Woody's fan base isn't only local.
When I have peers of mine who call me from other parts of the country who now listen on satellite radio or one thing or another, or hear my dad and go, boy, you know what? Your dad is good.
Woody says just about anyone could do his job.
There are an awful lot of people who could be doing these games and be very successful because of what Carolina does. So as Roy says, it ain't old Roy, it ain't old Woody, because the Tar Heels are the one who get the credit.
Wes gives all the credit to his dad. He says Woody is fully dedicated to everything in his life, especially his grandkids.
When you do something for 35 years, you kind of make a statement to people about your commitment to that, and he's made a commitment that this is what will define his career. I mean, he is Carolina.
Back, breaks out in the open. 30, 25, 20, 15.
What makes someone a legend is what that person leaves behind. Woody Durham is a Tar Heel born and a Tar Heel bred. Though he doesn't plan to leave the broadcast booth anytime soon, he's already left behind a wealth of memories for those who identify with the Heels through his voice. In Chapel Hill, I'm Shelley Basinger, Carolina Week.
Well, Phil and Shaheen, I went to the football banquet last night, and he was the MC for the banquet, and he's just such a great speaker.
Definitely a part of Carolina history.
That's right.
And at that banquet, Matt Baker and Tommy Richardson picked up MVP honors for the football team, right?
They did, the best offensive and defensive players.
All right. It's a shame they aren't in the postseason now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Heather.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Heather. Well, Silent Night, Away in a Manger, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all widely known Christmas songs.
Care to sing one for us?
Not a chance, Phil.
All right. Well, coming up, we'll tell you why another Christmas song has special meaning in Chapel Hill.
Hey, there are a lot of ways we can help our community. Spending our money in Orange County, whether it's filling up the car or shopping at local businesses, helps maintain our roads, improves our children's schools, and creates jobs. Spending your money locally helps us all in a big way. So remember, shop Orange first.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
Reporter Megan Smith says if you're looking for a way to kick off your holiday season,
Look no further than the Carolina Inn's 12 Days of Christmas vignettes.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Sound familiar? The tour showcases a variety of work from local artists, and sales director Mark Nelson says it's a way for the inn to give back to the community.
This is something we give back to everybody for helping us with everything we do throughout the year.
If you're looking to celebrate Carolina's national championship victory one more time, you might be surprised what the inn has for you.
This is the newest display at the Carolina Inn, featuring the 12 Lords of Leaping, or in Woody Durham's pick, the 12 Carolina Greats. Everyone here seems to think it's a slam dunk.
The tour is Barbara Clark's favorite Chapel Hill Christmas tradition. She's come every year since the display's opening 7 years ago.
It's right here with the doves in the center, the way they have it with the chandelier, I think it's gorgeous.
Each display features something marvelously unique. These aren't your typical 5 golden rings. And the 10 drummers drumming are made entirely of recycled car and machine parts. You'll find the most popular display right when you walk in the door. The 2 turtle doves, Bill and Coo, return to the inn every year, where it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. In Chapel Hill, I'm Megan Smith, Carolina Week.
Well, there's more to the inn's festivities than the 12 Days of Christmas exhibit.
That's right. Watch this video and you'll wish that your TV were scratch and sniff. You'd be hard-pressed to find a sweeter story than the inn's third annual gingerbread house competition. The inn's pastry chef glazed together this wintry snapshot of Franklin Street, while others combined sugary snacks to create the bell tower and other holiday scenes. This fairy house took top honors in the youth category, and 3 young creators walked away with $100.
Well, this is the last Monday show of the semester, which means we won't be saying goodbye to you again until January.
That's right, and sadly, we're going to have to say goodbye to our weathercaster, Aaron Wallace.
Yes.
This is your last show.
It is.
sadly.
It's been a great experience. It's been great to be a part of Carolina Week.
Well, you've done a fabulous job
Thank
for
you.
us, and we're truly going to miss you.
Thank you.
Good luck with all the future.
That's right.
Thank
everything, everything that's in store for you.
All
Thanks
the
very
best.
much.
Good luck, and have a wonderful holiday season.
That's going to do it for us. Have a great night.